Hello, viewers around the world. You are welcome to the new program, beautiful program that has come due to popular demand. And this we call Between the Lines. Between the Lines is Schengen Story Media news updates for Monday evenings, and it's for our global audience. So you are welcome. It is 8 o'clock Milan, Italy time, and this is Monday, the 15th of January, 2024. My name is Godwin Iweajunwa, and I'm here on this new program, Between the Lines, with a colleague, a coordinator from all the way from Germany, Stephen Adioye. You're welcome to Between the Lines. News echoes Between the Lines.
Thank you very much, my brother, for this wonderful opportunity to be between the lines. And I welcome all the audience, all those who are listening. You're just in for a great time this evening.
Nice. You're in for a great. You really sound excited. It's nice to have you, Stephen. So Between the Lines, Stephen, like we all agreed, is our program that what we'll be doing is begin the new week with some news update. Bang, both international and local, Nigeria and Africa, and it will be every Monday this same time. And Between the Lines is just news updates, putting people informed and also making them know what's going on. So this Monday is our inaugural launch, and we are happy to have our viewers with us. So thank you, Stephen Adioye. Stephen, how is it in Germany? Is it very cold? Is it snowing?
Very well. It was minus 10 about a week ago. Now we have +2, and it's snowing where I live, and it's just beautiful. The sight of white snow, it's amazing.
Wow, the sight of white snow. It's not snowing here, but it's cold here. We are doing -2, -3, very cold. Well, this is the weather at this point in time all over Europe. So some of us are used to it. All right, Stephen. Before we go into some of the discussion, let's look at some burning issues in the paper this evening. The Armed Force Remembrance Day in Nigeria is going on. Today is a day Nigerians honor fallen heroes. So it's been going on in Abuja, the capital city. Prayers, gun salutes, all these things mark the occasion. So, and all the service chiefs are there, being led by, I think that's Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa. He's the Chief of Defense Staff. He's leading all the other service chief, and looks like a beautiful program. I mean, Stephen, it's not you don't give enough to our fallen heroes. What do you say about that? You can't.
Oh, well, I mean, it's our fallen heroes are those who have defended the country, and we hold them a lot, and whilst we remember their bravery, we also condole with their families and relatives who are generous enough to give us the pleasure of having their sons and daughters serving in the military force or the police force or all the security agency. So it's amazing. It's great. I mean, it's in their honor that we actually celebrate life, although they're not with us, but we celebrate their achievements and what they have done. Will never be forgotten.
We celebrate the achievement, fallen heroes, Nigerian fallen heroes, as we celebrate their achievement, like you said. We want to say to their families, thank you, and may their soul rest in peace. Thank you, Stephen. Also on the news front burner is a discussion about the AI. We were talking about AI last time, Stephen. The AI, what happened was the IMF chief, the managing director of IMF, Christine Lina, Georgieva. She was speaking this morning. She said, Yes, artificial intelligence might pose some risks to job security around the world, but it will also offer tremendous opportunity to boost flagging productivity level and fuel global growth. That's the IMF chief saying this morning. Stephen, I think we both agree that AI is going to do some good things, but also some. What's your take on that, Stephen?
Well, thank you very much, Godwin. Godwin. Yes, it's just like every new thing introduced to humanity, every new development has its own adversive and its own negative part. But when we look at AI and some of the things we've been hearing about what it could do to enhance, our productivity, on one hand, it's a good news. On the other hand, if we do not actually use it to train people and make people aware of how to properly use it, it will render many obsolete, and that will be the negative part of it. So I mean, if 60% of the job that should be done is done as a result of the fact that the AI is arrived is there. What are we doing to equip the people or experts to use this and use it, wisely? So I believe that a lot of effort has to be into training people, mentoring them, taking the fear off, what the fear they could have, to get them to actually get used. AI is here. And then we've got to use it to enhance production. We've got to use it to benefit life. We've got to use it in medical area. We've got to use it in agriculture. We've got to use it to actually benefit, but not to eradicate human resources.
Not to
Thank
eradicate
you.
human resources. That's a good one. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, so Stephen, well, here on our inaugural launch of Between the Lines, SSM News Echoes, Between the Lines, Monday evening program that just keeps us updated with what's going on. Also, Stephen, in far away in the southeast of Nigeria, and precisely Imo State, today is still running as at now. Today, the governor is being sworn in for a second term, and that is Governor Hope Uzodinma. Governor Hope Uzodinma ran election again, won again, and today he's been sworn in. So he takes the oath of office. He did that around 4:00 Nigerian time, right there at the stadium, the Dan Ayam Stadium in Owerri. That's Imo State capital. And the event saw some heavyweights. In fact, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think he's still there till now. Ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo was there. Senate President Godswill Akpabio was there. The House Speaker Tijani Abbas, and so many APC chieftains were all there to watch Uzodinma being sworn in for a second term. That's Southeast Nigeria. That's what's happening today as we're talking. I know you're from the Southwest, but I know you follow news. Uzodinma is that governor in the Southeast Imo State. So what will you say about his second term? Is it going to look good? Is he going to come up with?
Well, congratulations to his second term in office. I hope and pray that he will do better than he did in the first chance which he was given. He now has the vote to get in and to do the job. You see, it's not inauguration which will come and go, and it is not fanfare and presence of dignitaries. It's the legacy that you leave behind when you get into that seat. You see, I mean, what are you going to show off for? If once what would people be speaking about you? Would people be saying you you promote, economic stability. You make it possible to establish a platform where business can be done without intimidation. Would you be known as a governor who has given the state what the state needs? Would you be known as a governor that would enable, entrepreneurs and business people and, teachers and people who are in your state to be proud of being from Imo State? I mean, these are the things that you would have to actually answer to and say, look, it's not a business as usual, but that you come in there and do the job you are asked to do. Avoid corruption, because corruption actually, corruption breeds poverty. It's not the other way around.
Yes.
So if you come and go and your state people are still poorer than they were, then you have no job being in that seat. So, I hope and I wish you all the best, and that you reach out to improve the economy, the lifestyle, the health, education, and all that will make your state a unique state in the country.
Wow. This one is well said. Thank you. So that's it. These are the major burning issues we're seeing from Nigeria as of now. Stephen, good one. The other news that just came in also is the Anthony Joshua. This one is for we boxing fan. Anthony Joshua and Francis. That's fixed. That's Francis Ngannou, the Cameroonian heavyweight fighter. The match has been fixed for March the 8th. So that's for boxing fans. Watch out, Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou fight March the 8th of 2024. It will be a heavy one because we've long been expecting this. Joshua, Steve, I know. Are you a boxing fan? You love boxing?
Oh yes, I mean, I always lift up the banner for all our sportsmen and women out there who are doing us proud. I'm actually happy and glad that both of them are Africans. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great fight, and we're looking forward for a great tactic, and that it will go around the world. That this was a good fight, and it was that it will go on to in a record that they did their best, and the best won, and of course that it wouldn't be a reason to hold any anonymity, but to just rejoice with the one who won. So I wish them a wonderful time, wonderful fight and sportsmanship in March when they go on the ring.
Yes, they'll be going. Oh, I was about to introduce one of our coordinator, but I think the network didn't take it. Anyway, now let's go into the major stories, Stephen. One of the major story here. Our viewers, you're tuned into our new program, the SSM new program called Between the Lines. Between the Lines is our program where we put ourselves updated with occurrence around the world. We start our Monday with this Between the Lines. It's for our global audience. So today, the 15th of January, is our inaugural pull out of this program. So Between the Lines, your week starts here, SSM Between the Lines. So yes, before we continue, let me bring in Fiona Ngozi Akuno. Fiona, I hope your network is stable. I saw you earlier. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good. Fiona is with us. Fiona, you're welcome to Between the Lines. Between the Lines.
Good evening, Lady Fiona.
Yes, Fiona, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Good.
I'm sorry I'm late.
It's okay. It's all good. We understand how it is for a lot of us in Europe and you have to do your thing. Anyway, it's nice having you. This is the inaugural show, Fiona. Inaugural show Between the Lines, SSM, new Monday program to keep our audience updated with news occurrence. And today we are launching out. So, gentlemen, Fiona, one of the news that is making heavyweight impact around me here, it's not too far from me here. Stephen, I know you're following that. Today, there's this World Economic Forum that holds every beginning of the year, and it holds there in Switzerland, Davos, Switzerland. And this morning they started. When I went out, I saw some movement because I'm close to the border between Italy and Swiss. So we saw people moving, and it's a once in a year program. It brings together elites from all sectors, a 5-day conference there in Davos, Switzerland. And our man also, the vice president of Nigeria, is attending. Now, the thing there is this. This is where I want you guys to come in. They are going to be discussing economy. They're going to be discussing business. In fact, what I heard direct from the vice president office is he's going to be meeting with some countries' presidents also, and he's going to see into Nigeria launching out in the private sector for the free trade plan, the AFCTA program. That's a free trade plan for Africa and for Nigeria. And they said he's also going to be in a roundtable discussion with some Nigerians in diaspora, and they'll be having some discussion. Now, this is it. They come, they talk all of this, they say a lot. They will spend 5 days in luxurious hotel. They will have some real good time. Also, right there in Davos, all the entertainment people, every lady, every escort, and all that will be attending to. Now, these people gather, talk all this, and for us in Nigeria, the man goes back and things remain the same. Let me start with Fiona. Things remain the same. The economy doesn't pick up. People still live in poverty. All these big talk. He'll be making some big speech there. I mean, what does this do to us if things remain the same? People can feed. You have quite a number. 76% of Nigerian population live below poverty line. Fiona, what do you say about this?
I think my initial feelings is that a free trade zone is always a fantastic thing for an economy, and I have a few friends that do import-export business from Africa to America, mainly food stuff. And what I found is that the idea is good. There's nothing wrong with the idea. The problem with Nigeria always seems to be the implementation of the idea. We have extremely intelligent minds in Nigeria, and it's always unfortunate that there will be a brainchild that will come up with a fantastic idea, but the implementation falls short. That is why, a country where we have the top surgeons coming from Nigeria, we have people who can pretty much do and undo coming from Nigeria, and at the same time, we have so many people that are living below the poverty line. I think implementation is the key thing. And until we start having the right people at the helms of affairs, captains of industry in their own right, people that are specialists in what they're talking about, while Nigeria is still being led by people who politically, strategically, they may know the games to play. But while we're still being led by people that know those things but don't know how to develop us economically or otherwise, I think we're going to be going around in this revolving door of not going anywhere. They've just come back from Dubai. A whole host of them were in Dubai. And I can't imagine what the budget was for that trip. And now Switzerland is not cheap, so I can't imagine what the budget is for this trip. But, plus the number of people, the entourages that they take out there, and then the side people that get taken out there. It's just really it's unfortunate, but I can understand why when things like this happen, nobody really expects there to be anything different, because we've been there, we've done that, we've got the t-shirt, we've heard them say all these fantastic things, we've talked the talk, but when it comes to walking the walk, we seem to always fall short. And I think until we have a headship that is about capacity from people who know their stuff, we're going to be going round and round in circles. That's what I think.
Between the lines, this is the concept you just dropped in between the lines, Fiona. Intelligent talk. I come to you, Stephen. Fiona just broke it down. Free trade idea is not bad. Yes, they are coming to discuss that, and even he said he will be discussing global energy transmission program with Nigeria. He said he will be discussing so many of such businesses, but at the end of the day, we don't see nothing. It doesn't make any impact. Stephen, Fiona just gave us her hot lines between the lines. Stephen, what's your between the lines?
I agree with Lady Fiona, especially regarding the issue of the trade zone. It's a good thing, but if we, if I would have my way, I would want to replace the Darfur with people who really matters. All those who gathered there every year do not represent the populace, the world. They perhaps represent between 5 to 10% of the world population. So I can't imagine how they will be in a position to decide what should be done in one country or the other. I must also say this, as most leaders who are outspoken do not even attend this Darfur summit, because it does not actually translate to development in their countries, eradication of poverty, bringing food on the table to the populace. We just said it, that 76, you just said it, Mark Godwin, that 76% of the world,
yes,
of Nigerian populace are living on the poverty line.
Yes, confirmed.
Not only have 50 cents to spend a day. So when we put all this together and we have our leaders going over there, and they only go to present big things that will make them steal more money, they have no business being there. So if I would have my way, I would suggest that there should be another kind of Darfur, which involves the people who are really concerned, are suffering. You will hear a lot of good ideas and how they will implement it, because they are more into this than, look, in conclusion, 5 of the richest people in the world who will be attending this year's Davos meeting, they made more money than ever in 2020. More wealth. They amass more wealth. So it's an opposite of having a country going down the drain with 76% of the population living under poverty line. So we need a paradigm shift. We need to shift. We need to actually face the music and say to ourselves, if we've been doing this for 70 years, how long are we going to continue? Our leaders just spending money, and they do not do anything but to improve their own, they've been in Darfur. Every leader wants to be there, especially from Africa. What are they doing there?
Every leader wants to be there, especially from Africa. Thank you very much. But anyway, guys, is going on. The World Economic Forum 2024 has kicked off this morning. Leaders, business executives will be convening to discuss events surrounding their countries and issues going on. Now, listen to this. This is between the lines. Sometimes we go real in between the lines. This is what I got from this whole thing too. Listen, it's reported that today, CEOs and big-time A-listers, A-list artists. There's this group of people in the entertainment world called A-list. You know, that's they are classified higher in the entertainment world. Now they will also be there in Davos. And this will make the event of 5 days a classy elite event. So it's not just about business that will improve the life of people. It is more about these big people coming, A-listers, dignitaries, CEOs of company, coming to enjoy and have some real good time for 5 days. Now the gist is a bottle of champagne will be sold for $1,000 a bottle, and there will be luxurious parties all through the day. Listen, this is straight up information I'm giving to you. Hotels rates for a night there in Davos for these 5 days is $2,500 a night. And yes, A-listers will be there. It's just been confirmed that some high-tech gurus, celebrities are there already. Naomi Campbell, we just saw some pictures of her there. The Premier of Chinese is there. French Prime Minister has just flown in, and our man is also there. The Secretary of State in America, Anthony Blinken, is there already. So it's more of fun, business exchanging session, you know, relaxing, getting to meet people, engaging yourself for your own business plans, you know. So this is it anyway. Fiona, do you have anything to say again about this? Is there anything you want to say?
I mean, I think that networking in any capacity is a good thing. So I'm not going to say that people that are CEOs and A-listers, etc., shouldn't be there. I mean, absolutely, 100%. I don't see any problem. But I also think that if an A-lister from America is there, their economic concerns are completely different from ours as Nigerians. So if an American in America seeing a celebrity or their Secretary of State present there, it's not going to make them feel the same way as myself as a Nigerian, hearing that somebody is going to spend $1,000 on a bottle of champagne, considering what our current exchange rate is. That makes me feel a bit unwell, even makes me feel really uncomfortable, because there's 76% of us that are below the poverty line. 2,500, and how many of us are actually out there? What's the entourage size? What was the budget? You know, in the face of the kind of suffering we have in Nigeria, things like this, as I said, I have no objection to people networking. I don't have any objection, but that cost, even if I take my hometown as an example, a quarter of that cost I could use to do phenomenal things in my hometown. So, you know, and make impact. So for me, yes, I hear the positives, and I subscribe to the positives for the right engagement and the right group of people.
That's it. Okay, gentlemen. Between the lines, Monday 15th inaugural show, and it's going to run for just 45 minutes, guys. But we'll put out some real good things for our viewers. Viewers are there already. I see like 30 people following us. Gentlemen, this one is something I would have wished our lady from Lagos was here. There's cash scarcity in Nigeria. As of this morning, they said people are groaning and people are hitting. Now, there's also this exchange between the POS. There's this group of people called POS people and the banks. And they're both exchanging words with themselves, putting blame on each other. You are the cause of the cash scarcity. You are the cause, you know. Gentlemen, you're here in Europe and we hear this. How can cash be scarce? Can you imagine? People pay for cash. You guys know that. Adeoye, you know that. People buy cash. You've heard about that. Is this not, can you believe this, Adeoye? I mean, for me, it's like It's like a fairy tale. Somebody telling me for cash. So this morning, the fight is on some places, some states in southwest Nigeria, or your state, Ogun State, and some of these states are really, there's real protest going on. And the POS people are saying it's the bank that is not bringing out the cash. The bank is saying the POS people have held on to all the cash. And then so, but the crazy thing is there's scarcity of cash. So, but we would just say it from our diaspora angle. I don't know. Do any of you have anything to say about this?
Well, we've seen this scarcity of cash before. I don't know who is at fault. I don't know who is to blame. Definitely, I know that when there's a scarcity of cash, the POS people make much more money. I think during the elections, when people needed cash to mobilize people, I know that it was very, very difficult. People were paying, 4,000 to get 10,000. It was really ridiculous. It got really that bad. So I don't know who's to blame. Even in my own hometown, there's been an ongoing exchange between the local community and the POS providers. And you see, the thing is that when you provide a vacuum and you provide a gap, this is where things like this will start happening. When the local people don't have immediate access to cash, this is where a POS person will set up and have a business. This is where they start to have that kind of significance in the community. I can't imagine in the United Kingdom having to look for cash in that kind of way. Access is just easy for everybody, and I think until that's addressed, I mean, I understand that POS people are making a living, but until that's addressed, they're still going to continue, to hold people to ransom,
Until that is addressed, they'll continue to hold people to ransom. Stephen, what do you know about this? Stephen, you are...
You see, in economy, everything is based on planning. When a country stops planning, it is doomed. It is bound to doom off. It is bound to in fact, stop existing. It is a miracle that people are still having money to spend. One can imagine one minister. This minister has no scarcity of money. One of the ministers who transferred billions of naira to a private account. Definitely this robber, this person, this minister does not have scarcity of money to have made such a huge transfer in a private account. Can you imagine there's a limit to what a country can print in terms of money? So when people steal trillions of that money from the treasury, what do you have left?
What do you have left?
You create opportunity for corruption, and it's an extension of it. So I actually do not wonder why there is actually scarcity of money in a country like Nigeria that is completely disorganized. So my call to every one of those who are responsible is to get back to doing the proper thing, because human being has a certain level that they can tolerate. When it gets to a point, they who are these troublemakers will not have a place to stay. They wouldn't, because the people will then speak that enough is enough.
It's enough. Thank you very much. Stephen, you said this so well. Stephen, we have just precisely maybe like 10 minutes. There's something going on. Let's go international now. There's something going on in Las Vegas in America. And I used to put my searchlight on it. Big companies, all kind of companies come to showcase their products in Las Vegas. From now, I think it runs for a week. Started January 9 to it will end Friday, January. No, sorry. I think it ends today. It ended today. Anyway, it's called the CES show. It's a powerful tech event where people come to bring out groundbreaking technology, global innovators gather to show what they have. And this year, I saw quite a number of good technology that is being launched. And now, what I want to say is Africa, we have a lot of things we have done. Stephen, listen, I hope you're listening. Africa has a lot of things we have done. But you see, our product, our innovations hasn't gotten what you call chain value. We are still doing little things, just so we've not made it something that becomes global, reach out, then continue in that production and grow with it, build more economy with it, build a lot of things with it. I see innovations coming from Central Africa, East Africa, West Africa, but all of these innovations are still very tiny. It doesn't really stand the test of time in the technology ground. So what will you say to Stephen, to wrap it up? What will you say about
you see, Godwin, one very important aspect is continuity.
That's it.
You see,
that's it.
When you look at the many companies in Europe, some of them has been established in the 1700s, in 300 or 400 years ago.
Okay.
And these companies are still strong,
running
more than ever.
Running. Yes.
The richest man, Rothschild, the grandchildren are still holding position and are still leading the world. But in Africa, we only look at what we eat today and die tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Our perspective is not broadened. And the reason for that is this. The people who are leading most of the African countries do not have to bring up a plan on the table to be elected.
Okay.
People do not know manifestos. People do not elect based on what you want to do when you are in the office.
Okay.
People elect you based on how much you've given to them. So you see, people are short-sighted. There is no, like you said, the society basically do not have an attachment to longevity.
That's it.
It is based on have it short, make it now, and forget about tomorrow will be.
That's it.
So that's why, in fact, when you look at when a road is made, when there's a road tarred by the Chinese, for example, in Africa, the Chinese will always come in. They will always have to get them in to come and do repairs, to come and renovate it. They will not learn.
That's it, Steve.
Maintain. I was in one African country. I'm not going to mention name just to, protect that country, for example. I was in one African country in a farm, and these people, they've gotten pumps to water their farms. And they had 100 pumps about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And the 10 pump 2 years ago, they are left with only 10. And then I asked them, okay, you've got 100 pipes and you have left with 10. What happened to the others? Oh, they said the way the European gave it to us and they were destroyed, we left it there. There's nothing we can do about it. This one, even that is the 10 that we have, is doing the work of 5 water pumps.
Oh.
So maintenance, the culture of maintenance is completely dead. And we need to revive. We need to live. We need to wake up from dead and live. That is the issue. We need to wake up. We need to learn in a hard way and move up our people. Finally, there was a friend who told me a story. He went to in Europe. The woman goes to their basin and get water. They turn the pipe on, the water pipe, and they get water to drink or use it for other things. In Africa, you see the men sit down outside and watch their women going with heavy pots on their head to go and fetch water in about 10 kilometers away. They sit there, lazy as they were, and just watching. That is how my forefather did it, and that's what I'm going to do. These women are the one that will carry water. But look at the hours they spend. They will cook, spend hours, and at the same time, the men wanted the women to be as good. This is really wicked. It's wickedness. So in Europe, the men decided, no, we won't let them go to carry water. We will make pipe so that they can have time for other things.
Nice.
And even take care of themselves.
Nice. Stephen.
So that is the narrative I always look at when I look
Thank you very much. Stephen, I'm excited. You got the line. This is it. Between the lines, Stephen, and you are dropping between the lines. Stephen, it's just a 40 minutes program. We've exceeded with 2 minutes, but because we're excited, I'm excited chatting with you, putting out news updates and going back and forth with it. So we're coming back, Stephen, between the lines every Monday, 8 o'clock Nigerian time. Stephen, thank you very much. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you very much.
The first show.
Thank you.
Yes, it was wonderful. So viewers, this is it. Between the lines, News Echoes Monday program, and we've just done the first edition. Thank you all for tuning in. Between the lines, we would like to have more viewers comments, chats. We'll be opening up our phone so you can call if possible. Chat. Let's chit chat. Let's go back and forth and say things that will improve our lives as Africans, global Africa, and also improve our continent by the grace of God. Thank you once again, Stephen. So until we come your way next week, this is Between the Lines. My name is Godwin Iweajua. See you next time. Thank you.